Watch what nail polish actually does to your toenail fungus. If you've been painting over yellow, crumbling toenails thinking nobody can tell, I need you to hear something that most doctors won't say to your face. That discoloration you're hiding, it's not sitting on the surface. It's alive. It's growing. And right now, underneath your nail and the warm, dark space between the nail plate and the nail bed, it's building something. Researchers have documented that fungal colonies beneath the toenail develop thread-like structures called hyphae. These aren't random. They weave together into a network, almost like roots spreading underground. And this network does something that makes toenail fungus fundamentally different from most problems you've ever dealt with. It communicates. The hyphae threads use chemical signals to coordinate with each other. So when you attack the fungus in one spot, say you soak your feet in vinegar, or rub tea tree oil on the nail, or try one of those medicated polishes your doctor recommended, the network detects the threat, and it responds. Not by retreating, by armoring up. The fungal colony produces what scientists call a biofilm, a thick, slimy, cement-like shield that encases the entire colony beneath the nail. This isn't some minor defense mechanism. Published research has shown that biofilms can make fungal colonies up to 1,000 times more resistant to antifungal agents than free-floating fungal cells. 1,000 times. That's why the Vicks worked for a week and stopped. That's why the Listerine soak your friend swore by didn't do a thing. That's why you've spent money on prescription topicals, over-the-counter creams, and treatments you found on the internet at 2 a.m. and watched every single one of them fail. You weren't dealing with a simple infection. You were waging war against an entrenched, shielded, communicating network that adapts to whatever you throw at it. But here's where it gets worse. And I'm not going to sugarcoat this, because you deserve to know what's actually happening inside your own body. Your immune system knows the fungus is there. It's been trying to fight it, but it can't get through the biofilm. So your body does the only thing it has left. It thickens the nail. It tries to wall the invader in to contain it. You've felt this. Nails that were once thin and normal are now so thick you can barely cut them. Some of you have given up on trimming them altogether because it's too painful or the clippers just can't get through. That thickness isn't the fungus. That's your own body's last line of defense. And the cruel irony is, it makes everything worse, because now the fungus is sealed inside a double fortress. Your biofilm-shielded colony, entombed beneath your own thickened nail. Warm, dark, protected, multiplying, and completely unreachable by anything you apply to the outside of your toe. This is the trap. And if you've been dealing with this for months or years, you're already in it. The treatments can't get in. The fungus can't get out, and every day you wait, the network expands. From one nail to the next, your big toe today, 3 toes next month, both feet within the year. I've seen it. Thousands of people have lived it. That slow, humiliating spread where you watch it take over toe by toe and feel completely powerless to stop it. And here's the part that keeps doctors up at night. It's not the ugly nails. It's not the embarrassment. It's what happens when the fungal damage breaks down the skin around and beneath the nail. Because damaged, cracked skin is an open door, and not just for more fungus, for bacteria, the kind that doesn't stay in your toe. Cellulitis, a painful, spreading skin infection. Bacterial entry into the bloodstream. Hospital stays. Doctors have documented cases where patients came in for a toenail issue and left facing decisions about their foot. That is the endpoint of fungal decay that goes unchecked. Not for everyone, not guaranteed, but possible enough that the medical literature has documented it. And that should terrify you into taking this seriously right now. So let's talk about what actually makes sense. Because if the fungus lives beneath the surface, shielded by a biofilm your topical treatments can't penetrate, and if the oral medication's powerful enough to reach it, it carries risks so serious that the FDA requires liver function monitoring while you take them. Then the approach most people have been following is fundamentally broken. You've been fighting from the outside against an enemy that lives on the inside. You've been throwing everything at the fortress walls, and nothing has gotten through. It's like the armies that tried to breach the walls of Jericho with brute force. They couldn't. Not until a completely different approach brought those walls down. And that's exactly what happened to a world-renowned longevity expert named Dr. Sam Walters, 50-plus years in medicine, former NASA nutritional scientist, a man who spent his career finding natural approaches to help the body protect and repair itself. But for years, when his own patients came to him with nail decay, he had nothing that worked. He'd recommend the standard treatments, and they'd come back 6 months later, worse. It ate at him. Because Dr. Sam isn't the kind of doctor who shrugs and says, "That's just how it is." He's a man of deep faith, and when he's out of answers, he turns to the one source that's never failed him, the Bible. And one night, after another patient left his office with feet that were getting worse despite doing everything right, he opened his Bible to the Gospel of John, chapter 13, verse 4, the washing of the feet. Of all the pages he could have turned to, he landed there, the passage where Jesus performed the humble act of cleansing his disciples' feet, an act that represented spiritual purification from the ground up. Dr. Sam doesn't call that a coincidence, and what it inspired him to research led to a completely different approach to supporting nail health, one that works with the body's own natural defenses rather than trying to fight through the fortress walls from the outside. An approach built around 6 specific plants, sourced in their most potent forms, that published research has shown can support your body's immune response, promote a healthy inflammatory response, and help maintain the kind of internal environment where your nails have the best chance to grow and strong, clear, and healthy. This isn't another cream. This isn't another soak. This isn't another topical treatment that bounces off the biofilm and leaves you right where you started. This is something fundamentally different. And if you've been losing this fight for months or years, if you're watching it spread and feeling helpless, if you're scared of where this goes if you don't do something soon, then you need to hear what Dr. Sam discovered. Here's Dr. Sam Walters.
Hi, this is Dr. Sam Walters, and as you've just heard, I've been practicing medicine for over 50 years. And in that time, I've helped thousands and thousands of patients rejuvenate their minds and bodies from head to toe, without any of the overly expensive, risky methods traditionally offered up by mainstream medicine. And today, I come to you with a message of hope. Because if you are sick and tired of your ugly, rotten-looking feet, and are desperate to turn back the clock so that you can eliminate that disgusting decay that has taken over your nails, and get back to enjoying younger, happier-looking feet with zero discomfort, then this could be the most important video you watch all year. I know you've searched in desperation for answers. I'm sure you think you've tried everything under the sun to get your feet back to their former glory. Heck, maybe you even saw some progress for a little while, only to see the disgusting nail decay return stronger than ever. Well, I can promise you, today is a brand new day. And as you're about to see, my search for answers reveals some disturbing truths about the most popular treatments you need to hear, as well as the one simple solution that no one had tried until now, which has been shown to strengthen nails and purge them of that ugly, embarrassing decay, and keep it away, no matter how long you've been shamefully covering up your feet. First, I think it's important for you to know exactly how I was able to stumble onto this groundbreaking method for cleaner, younger toenails, because the truth is, most of my medical career has been spent at the other end of the body, with the brain. You see, I have the honor of being regarded as a world-renowned brain health and longevity expert. I've helped over 100,000 patients rejuvenate their tired, aging brains as well as look and feel younger than they have in years, all without any dangerous or controversial methods. And yes, I even worked as a nutritional scientist for NASA, where it was my job to develop effective solutions to keep our brave astronauts' minds and bodies in tip-top shape so that they could complete their missions while in the deep reaches of space. I consider it the greatest honor of my career, as well as a turning point for how I approach medicine, because I discovered that while synthetic formulas and lab-created solutions can have their place, more often than not, what you need to restore your body and get it running at optimal levels can be found in Mother Nature, given to us by God Himself. I suppose I should also mention, I'm a devout Christian and a lifelong follower of Jesus Christ, and I believe He has given us everything we need to live full, happy, healthy lives, from head to toe. Yet I have to confess something to you. Despite my 5+ decades of helping patients protect their brains, bodies, and independence, despite all the accolades, commendations, and recognition I've received, there was a part of me that truly felt like a total failure. Why on earth would I feel like that? Well, because when my patients would come into my office in Scottsdale, Arizona, where I run my private practice, and I would ask them how they were feeling, how their body was holding up, and so on, I can't tell you how many of them would tell me everything was going great, except this one thing. their unsightly feet. Sure enough, they'd remove their socks and shoes and I would see the telltale signs of nail decay. Sometimes it would be a small white or yellow spot, indicating the very beginning of a potentially big problem. Most women try to cover this up with nail polish, and most men just straight up ignore it. By the way, that's the number one worst thing you can do, because the condition will only get worse and worse, which I would often see when my patients would show me their feet and their toenails were brittle, discolored, and had an unpleasant odor. Sometimes the entire nail was gone. And even worse, very often they had waited so long that the decay had spread to other toes, a full-on outbreak. Now, I didn't consider myself an expert on toes per se, so I did what I thought was the responsible thing for my patients. And that was to defer to the most popular conventional treatments that had been recommended by doctors for decades. As it turns out, this was probably the biggest mistake of my career. Unbeknownst to me, I was only setting my patients up for failure and disappointment. And I couldn't ignore the fact that the same patients would keep coming back, and their feet weren't getting any better. In fact, it was usually the opposite, and whatever signs of unhealthy feet they had shown on their last visit were even worse. I was frustrated, I was confused, and most of all I was angry at myself. See, I've had a long and successful career in medicine, and while I could easily retire and enjoy a comfortable life on some faraway island, I keep seeing patients and treat my close friends and family for one simple reason. I love helping people. It's my passion. It's why I got into this industry in the first place. And yet, when I have a 74-year-old patient who I'd been treating for over 30 years in that very same office, with tears in her eyes, because she feels so embarrassed about her unsightly toes and scared it's only going to get worse, and her confidence has all but disappeared because she's worried people will think the appearance of her feet are a reflection on her and her hygiene. Let me tell you, it's almost too much to bear. That's why I felt like a failure. I was letting down my patients. They came to me for answers, and I gave them my best recommendations based on conventional methods. Yet nothing was working. I was out of answers. And I remember this next part so clearly it's like it was yesterday. I went home after yet another patient had asked me what to do about their greenish nails, unsightly spots and streaks, and increasing discomfort in their feet. And I walked into my den, sat down in my comfy leather chair, and opened my Bible. Because whenever I am truly lost, the one place I draw sustenance and direction is the good book. So one day I was doing some research in my study, and I took a break to read some of his word. I just so happened to flip to John 13:4, which is during the Last Supper when Jesus rose from the table and started washing his disciples' feet. Of all the pages in the Bible, this is where I landed. Some might call that an amazing coincidence. Not me though. This was my Lord and Savior guiding me. So I read about how Jesus did the lowly and humble work of washing the feet of his flock. Now that I, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you also should wash one another's feet. I have set you an example that you should do as I have done for you. That simple act from Jesus represented spiritual cleansing. A clean foot represents a clean soul. No, this was no coincidence. I knew what I was called to do. I couldn't just let my patients suffer anymore. They deserved to enjoy all the confidence and comfort of healthy, happy feet, just like you. So I decided to pour myself into deep research, to learn everything I could about nail decay and see if I could discover something no one else had yet, in order to find you the answers you need and deserve. And what I discovered shocked me, and is the reason I'm speaking to you today, because you've been lied to. It's already cost you a lot of frustration, pain, and anger. Unfortunately, for some people, it's cost them a lot more. What do I mean by that? Well, I started to take a closer look at what other methods were being recommended to patients eager to purge their feet of unwanted decay. And what I found was side effect after side effect. In one case, there were serious liver issues, and in another, congestive heart failure, which made me wonder, is treating your nails worth all that? And then when I took a deep dive into the hard statistics of topical treatment options, I found that they are essentially a complete waste of time if you're not addressing the underlying cause of the decay beneath the surface. If you've suffered from nail decay for a long time, you probably already know this. Yet maybe some flashy new polish or cream promised quick results and you thought, this one might be different. Well, the National Institutes of Health say not one of them is helpful. Not a single one. And here's why. Your toenail was created to act like an umbrella in order to protect your toe. If you've ever dropped something right on your big toe, you know what I'm talking about. Sure, it hurts, but it would hurt a whole lot more if your toe didn't have its own built-in helmet to absorb the blow. Think of your body as a kingdom, and your precious toes are one of your many coveted lands within your kingdom. And a foreign invader has infiltrated and built a strong fortress with high, strong walls that the enemy hides behind. You're not going to get rid of this formidable enemy by throwing rocks and arrows at those walls, are you? Of course not. They bounce right off, or cause minimal damage at best. All the while the enemy continues to expand its invasion. until your land is completely overrun. So how are you supposed to get rid of this dangerous invader? Because remember, this decay is not just nasty. It not only makes you feel unattractive and destroys your confidence and self-esteem, it can also lead to serious health issues. The decay can make your toenails brittle and weak, as well as misshapen and unnaturally thick. That can make walking difficult or even borderline impossible without tremendous pain, which forces you to give up on your favorite passions and physical activities. It's sad, and I've seen it happen too many times to count. Patients of mine who did everything right to care for their bodies, watched what they ate, and stayed active all through their life, just to have this invasive, embarrassing issue come along and ruin their mobility, so that they could no longer play with their grandkids or take peaceful walks with their spouse. These patients struggle to take their shoes on and off. They wince in pain every time they need to touch their feet, and many of them have lost the will to care for their feet at all, because they just feel so utterly helpless and hopeless, so that the problem spirals out of control, turning their once beautiful toenails into grotesque croissant-like gnarls, and areas of their toes and feet into rock-hard calluses. And sadly, that's not the worst of it. Over time, the nail decay breaks down your body's immune system and defense mechanisms, which makes you vulnerable to larger problems. See, if you let it go untreated, nail decay can spread to the skin and cause it to crack, which just opens the floodgates for more unwelcome invaders into your kingdom. That can lead to cellulitis, a condition that makes your skin swollen, red, and sensitive to the touch. And in severe cases, the infection can enter the bloodstream. Blood poisoning, meningitis, necrosis, all are what can happen when the decay goes untreated. So how can you actually mount an effective defense against this invasive, not to mention humiliating problem, so that you can put on your favorite pair of sandals or flip-flops again without the huge embarrassment of unsightly, rotten-looking toes? Finally regain the confidence and self-esteem you deserve, and protect yourself against the heartbreaking loss of mobility, as well as the long-term risks when the decay is allowed to spread. Well, we've already established that topical treatments are a complete waste of time because they don't fight the problem at the source. Still, I'll have patients tell me they're trying the latest fad solution, like using an old toothbrush to scrub tree oil into the nails where the infection is. Well, not only is this impractical to a lot of folks who have trouble reaching their toes comfortably, tree oil has a horribly pungent odor and will draw lots of unwanted attention to your already unattractive feet. And at the end of the day, it just isn't effective as a long-term solution. You have to go beyond the skin-deep options here, because the decay has rooted much deeper than you think. And yet, as we discussed, the most popular oral solutions carry enormous side effects and can wreak havoc on your liver, as well as your heart. So how can we get to the source of the issue and penetrate beneath the surface so that you're able to protect your body, your precious kingdom, once and for all? I thought back to those pages of the Bible that God steered me toward, and the humble act that Jesus performed for his followers. The washing of the feet illustrated spiritual cleansing for Jesus' disciples. So by making sure your feet are clean, fresh, and healthy, we also feel that cleanliness in our spirit. That reminded me of another story from the Bible, an older story from the Old Testament, the book of Exodus, which tells of the Israelites who left slavery in Egypt through the strength of God himself, who had chosen them as his people. By freeing your feet from the bondage of oppressing and ugly decay, we honor God, who has chosen us as his people, just as he did with the Israelites. It's time you feel spiritually cleansed, from head to toe. And then I thought about another old story, not from the Bible, but rather ancient Greek literature, Homer's Odyssey. The Greeks, unable to seize control of the city of Troy after 10 years, changed their fortunes with a simple, yet brilliant strategy. Instead of clashing with the Trojans' many walls and outer barriers, they penetrated deep into the city without the Trojans even knowing about it. All thanks to one very big horse. So I thought, how can I develop a Trojan horse that will penetrate deep inside the enemy's walls and fight this tyranny at the source? No more ineffective creams or oral treatments that cause way more problems than they solve. What if I could develop a simple, yet effective formula that doesn't use dangerous synthetics or big pharma-backed concoctions that put your body at risk? What if you could boost your body's immune system in order to strengthen your toes and have them looking stronger, younger, and healthier than you can ever remember? I'm willing to even make a guarantee and take all the risk for you taking a chance on it, and I'll tell you more about that soon. Yet, in my 8 months of research, I was able to cut through all the nonsense marketing fluff and correctly identify the 6 nutrients that have been scientifically proven to fight nail decay at its source, with 0 dangerous side effects, because I was able to use my 5 decades worth of connections as a longevity expert to ensure these plants are sourced in their most potent, effective forms. just the way God gave them to us. In Numbers 35:6, we see God's mercy despite our sinful nature by providing 6 cities of refuge for his people. So do not think of these plants as mere ingredients. Rather, consider them your 6 nutrients of refuge to shield you from agonizing nail decay and purge it from your kingdom once and for all. Let's take a look at the first nutrient of refuge, oregano powder. Listen, if you're serious about finally getting a grip on nail decay, it's not going to come from some expensive cream or oil that you find in some health shop, because most topical treatments won't get rid of anything except your hard-earned money. All research points to ingestibles being the more effective route, yet they need to contain the right nutrients that are proven to work the fastest and last the longest against that awful decay. So it blew me away in my research when I discovered that so many of the toenail health pills and tablets did not contain oregano powder, because its power is undeniable. Scientifically known as Origanum vulgare, oregano contains natural compounds like carvacrol and thymol that have potent and powerful properties. Studies have shown that thymol is enormously beneficial for controlling the influence of decay. And another study concluded thymol was highly effective in eliminating some of the toughest types of decay. And when combined with carvacrol, thymol was shown to be the best inhibitor of decay among natural solutions and a much safer alternative to toxic biocides. Furthermore, thymol and carvacrol were recently found to have exhibited a synergistic effect, meaning the two work best when they're together. Another study published in the Journal of Medical Microbiology in 2007 found that oregano oil was effective against several variants of decay. Plus, oregano contains compounds with antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties, which help in reducing the redness, swelling, and discomfort that often comes with nail decay. And yet, when you look at the ingredients list of some of the most popular toenail treatments, almost none of them contain oregano powder. Most manufacturers know that, just like with the other 5 ingredients I'm about to reveal, you can't just get the potent forms needed to fight nail decay at a farmer's market or food manufacturer. The process is often much more difficult, not to mention expensive, so they avoid it altogether and opt for the much cheaper, much more dangerous synthetic solutions. I'll get back to that in a minute, right after I tell you about the second nutrient of refuge, basil powder. Basil possesses powerful healing properties, and its essential oils, such as eugenol and linalool, are like super soldiers whose sole mission is to destroy invaders in the body. Laboratory studies show that eugenol and linalool interfere with foreign cell membranes, which disrupts the growth and ultimately leads to its death. And since nail decay often forms from other biofilms, protective layers that make the decay more resistant to treatments, it's critical you have powerful agents that can disrupt the biofilm. And both eugenol and linalool have been scientifically proven to do just that. Basil also has strong anti-inflammatory effects and can help alleviate some of the discomfort you feel when your toes are under attack. So if you've had trouble getting around your house lately, if your golf clubs are collecting dust and you haven't had a nice sunset walk with your spouse in who knows how long, then this highly potent basil powder will be an amazing tool in your arsenal, just like nutrient of refuge number 3, lemongrass powder. Now before I move on, there's something you should know about lemongrass. There are over 100 different species of lemongrass on Earth, and the vast majority of them do nothing to improve the health of your toenails. So you probably have never seen lemongrass on the label of any other treatment option, because those giant pharmaceutical companies are quite frankly a lot better at marketing than they are at research. And they have no idea how powerful this nutrient can be if you know how to locate the most potent species. And with over 50 years of showing my patients a holistic approach to healing, I absolutely do. The species of lemongrass I was able to source contains 2 very rare compounds with enormous benefits, citrol and geraniol, both of which stop the spread of decay dead in its tracks. Citrol and geraniol are 2 more crucial disruptors of foreign cellular membranes that actually penetrate so deeply they cause the cellular components to leak, which leads to cell death. Plus, both compounds interfere with the specific enzymes that pesky decay needs for metabolism and growth. So by stopping these enzymes, citrol disrupts the life cycle and prevents replication. And if you've grown sick and tired of seeing gross-looking, discolored toenails, you know stopping it from replicating can feel almost impossible. Not anymore though. And if that weren't enough, both citrol and geraniol had been found to be powerful biofilm disruptors, just like the compounds inside basil powder. Plus, some research suggests that geraniol can boost the body's immune response. Nutrient of refuge number 4 is something you're probably familiar with. Green tea extract. Green tea extract contains a special compound called catechins, a natural polyphenolic phytochemical which is a natural ally for your body's fight against environmental toxins. And one of these catechins is called epigallocatechin galley, or EGCG, which interferes with invader cell membranes, stops their growth, and completely disrupts its metabolism. Green tea extract is also another biofilm disruptor and has strong antioxidant properties. Now, before you go running off to the grocery store to get green tea, let me stop you. Hopefully by now you understand I didn't just pull some generic green tea off the shelves and add it to this super blend of nutrients. That's what the lazy, selfish folks at Big Pharma will try to do. Not me. I was able to locate the specific strain of green tea extract that would have the biggest impact in your fight against nail decay. In fact, just to get the same amount of nutrients proven to fight back against nail decay, you'd have to chug up to a gallon of green tea a day. This brings me to the fifth nutrient of refuge, garlic powder, another natural plant straight from God himself. Garlic contains allicin, a sulfur-containing compound known for its positive health attributes. Allicin is what's known as a thiosulfonate, and it acts as your body's #1 defense molecule, stopping decay in its path because it's toxic to this pesky nuisance. Garlic powder also has that crucial biofilm disruption capability and counteracts oxidative stress, which allows your body to thrive in an optimal environment. Now, the sixth and final nutrient of refuge is so prevalent throughout the Bible, it was probably sitting right in the Garden of Eden. I'm not talking about apples, though. I'm talking about olive oil. There might be no more powerful nutrient to fight back against brittle nails, crusty toes, and overall embarrassing feet than olive oil. And science has shown conclusively that it's incredibly efficient in this fight. Olive leaf extract is rich in oleuropein, a compound I knew would be key in the fight for younger, more attractive feet due to its powerful antioxidant activity. It also contains many other compounds proven to be significantly beneficial toward nail decay. Now, the thing most people get wrong about olive oil extract is the same thing they get wrong about garlic powder, basil powder, and many of the other 6 nutrients of refuge. They apply the nutrient directly to the nail. And as we've discussed, when it comes to fighting nail decay, the one thing we can be sure of is topical treatments don't work. Now, not only that, but many of my clients who suffer from this issue are age 60 or better, meaning that constantly reaching for their toes and painstakingly rubbing some oil or another onto their toes and feet is not just impractical, not just ineffective, it's downright painful. Well, the good news is your days of wasting time scrubbing some unknown oil under your toes and nail beds are over, because I've captured all of these nutrients in their strongest, most potent forms, and isolated those critical compounds and molecules within them. So now your search for a path to attractive, happy toes that make you look and feel younger can finally end. Now listen, I've just given you a detailed list of the world's best nutrients proven to rejuvenate your feet. And if that's all the information you think you need, and want to try your luck with creating your own formula to stop nail decay, then I sincerely wish you the best of luck. However, I must warn you, identifying those 6 crucial nutrients of refuge actually turned out to be the easy part, which my friend and colleague, Brian, will now explain.
Hey there, my name is Brian. I'm Dr. Sam's right-hand man. Dr. Sam takes care of the science, while I take care of the nitty-gritty details of bringing his health-transforming ideas to life. And let me tell you, it hasn't been easy. Even with Dr. Sam being able to lean on his connections from his 50-plus years in medicine and his reputation as a world-renowned longevity expert and naturopathic doctor to get in touch with some of the best manufacturers in the world. Finding the highest quality sources for the toenail rejuvenating ingredients Dr. Sam's formula uses, all of which of course have to be third-party tested for purity and effectiveness, has taken months of planning and countless negotiations. But it was all worth it, because what Dr. Sam and I both consider to be the world's best toenail rejuvenating solution finally saw the light of day in one small but extremely promising batch. Now that all sounds great in theory, but what are the actual results? We offered the very first batch to a select group of Dr. Sam's patients. Each of them took a precise dose of Dr. Sam's formula every day for a couple of weeks. And at first, they didn't notice much of a change. Honestly, it was more than a little discouraging. But I shouldn't have worried. Because soon enough, the patients were calling and emailing to say something had clearly changed. They started to notice the painful cracks in their toes were beginning to lessen. They reported feeling fewer ugly chips in their nails and saw the natural color of their toes and toenails start to return. And even had regained some mobility that had been lost as a result of out-of-control decay. The results exceeded even our wildest expectations. Word quickly spread. And before long, we were being bombarded by calls and emails asking how to get hold of Dr. Sam's formula. It was clear we had to get this out to as many people as possible. We call this one-of-a-kind solution Nails Clean Pro. A first-of-its-kind breakthrough solution to attack nail decay beneath the surface at its source. Nails Clean Pro is the only 100% natural, doctor-formulated toenail health solution that protects, restores, and rejuvenates your feet from the inside out. In fact, just 2 small sprays per day will help you overcome ugly, embarrassing nail decay that has kept your feet in tyranny for too long, and finally lead your feet to the promised land. The secret to Nails Clean Pro is its synergistic blend of 6 of the world's strongest plants, known for their ability to exorcise the buildup of decay from your feet, and is proudly made right here in America, in our FDA-approved and GMP-certified facility. After sourcing the freshest, purest ingredients, we process them using equipment that is regularly monitored and disinfected. Then we turn them into easy-to-apply sprays, using the same technology that presses coal into diamonds. After that, each batch is tested by a third-party lab to verify the quality and purity, ensuring that Nails Clean Pro is non-GMO safe and gentle on your stomach, contains no dangerous toxins or stimulants, and is completely non-habit forming. Since its release, Nails Clean Pro has helped folks of all ages finally put the youth and vitality back into their toes and enjoy powerful, lasting results that have made them eager to show off their bare feet at every opportunity.
Product that actually lives up to its promise. I now have attractive feet in only 30 days. My toenails were like those horrible pictures you see. I never let them be seen. Now I'm going for a pedicure. Yay!
I have tried at least 50 products over the last 3 years. Some prescriptions, over-the-counter, natural remedies, oral and topical. Nothing has worked till now. In 3 weeks, my skin has cleared and my toes look better. Toes and toenails look better, so I'm continuing taking for 2 more months. Highly recommend. I usually do not leave reviews.
By now, I'm guessing you're itching to try this one-of-a-kind solution for yourself, and you should be. That's because Nails Clean Pro is the first of its kind. A scientifically backed solution designed from the ground up to protect your feet and stop the invasion of decay in its tracks. So with all that in mind, here's how you can get Nails Clean Pro today. First, what you need to know is that we will never cut any corners when it comes to sourcing the highest quality ingredients. You're always guaranteed to receive a premium, state-of-the-art product with only the strongest ingredients that has Dr. Sam's personal seal of approval. We spared no expense while formulating Nails Clean Pro, especially considering how hard it is to get genuine versions of the active ingredients. Bottom line, high-quality ingredients that do what they're supposed to don't come cheap. However, when you compare the price of Nails Clean Pro with the outdated, ineffective, dangerous alternatives you might find elsewhere, combined with the lack of real solutions to protect against nail decay and its far-reaching long-term health risks, we could easily offer Nails Clean Pro at a very high price. And considering the results our early users and their loved ones have seen, most of them said they would pay almost any price without even blinking. Think about it. How much would you be willing to invest to alleviate the discomfort you feel with every step you take? And finally be proud when you look down at your feet in the morning. No more wearing shoes at the pool or beach. No more feeling dirty and disgusting. No more watching decay spread throughout your feet and wondering how much worse it's going to get. What would you be willing to spend if you were absolutely, positively sure this formula would do wonders for you? $300, $500, $1,000? But you know what? Far be it from me to put a price on your health, or the peace of mind that comes from knowing you've done everything in your power to keep your feet healthy, happy, and attractive at any age. That's why we originally thought that in order to make Nails Clean Pro affordable for most people, while still covering the ingredients, costs, and at least some of the research time Dr. Sam invested, the original price of Nails Clean Pro is set at $209.95, and that's just for 1 bottle. Honestly, this is a steal considering what this one-of-a-kind formulation can do. Think about it. What would you pay to avoid the nightmare of severe decay and a lifetime of self-consciousness? Most people tell us they'd pay anything to protect their feet from toxic destruction. But because our mission is to help as many people as possible before it's too late, we're not charging anywhere near the $209.95 our advisors want us to charge. We're not even charging $159 or $129. Instead, right now and only on this page, you can protect, restore, and rejuvenate your nails for just $89 per bottle. But $89 per bottle is actually the highest price you'll hear me mention today. Because what if I said, you can buy 3 bottles of Nails Clean Pro for just $72, as well as some exclusive bonuses absolutely free. Well, here's what I mean. The fact that you've invested your time in watching this presentation shows that you're serious about getting your nail health back on track for the long haul. So to thank you, we're going to offer you a one-time only discount that our advisors seriously can't believe we're doing. And today only, you can stock up on 3 bottles of Nails Clean Pro, a full 3-month supply for just $72 per bottle. That's a discount of 62.8% off, or an unbelievable $580.81 off the regular price. Now, this kind of discount is not something we can keep online for very long, and certainly won't be able to offer everyone. Yet we truly believe this is the best and most effective way to ensure you stop the spread of decay dead in its tracks, as well as flood your body with the nutrients it needs so that you can have the attractive, young, healthy feet you deserve. Here's why. Nails Clean Pro penetrates down to the cellular level with the nutrients your body needs to eliminate the brittle, chipped, and discolored toenails. Purge your feet of that disgusting decay that lingers where topical treatments cannot reach. And hit the reset button on your feet so that they are once again youthful, attractive, and able to boost your confidence. As we've discussed, running interference against the foreign cell membranes that cause decay is a process. We've got to build the concentration of nutrients in your nails up to effective levels. And unfortunately, because of our basic biology, these levels drop rapidly unless they are maintained. It's like pushing a boulder up a hill and stopping right before you reach the top. The boulder starts rolling backwards, putting you right back at square one. This is what I call the backslide that stops people from enjoying a true nail rejuvenation. These folks will start to apply Nails Clean Pro every day for a few weeks, then start applying it every other day. And then, they just stop. And with that, their progress stops as well. But on the flip side, the longer you apply Nails Clean Pro, the better you'll protect yourself against invasive decay. So to make sure you see all the benefits the studies suggest and that other users have experienced, it's important you apply Nails Clean Pro every day for at least 60 days. This is doubly true if you're already showing early symptoms, like that telltale white or yellow spot, or the skin around your toes beginning to dry up. And if you're over 40, Dr. Sam's general recommendation is to apply Nails Clean Pro for at least 3 months, which is why we offer the steepest discounts on these multi-bottle packages, along with some special free bonuses. Choosing the 2 or 3 month package truly is the smart decision, because imagine feeling your confidence skyrocket, soaking up barefoot days in the sun, and enjoying your younger, healthier feet, only to then notice you're out of Nails Clean Pro, and we're out of stock. High demand, and a difficulty in sourcing ingredients that meet our quality standards mean that it can be several months between each delivery of Nails Clean Pro from our manufacturers. So if you run out at the wrong time, you may end up waiting weeks or even months before you can reorder. And there's no guarantee the price won't have to increase in the meantime. And as you're waiting, you notice your toes reverting back. They're discolored, gnarled, and cracked. That unpleasant odor returns, and you get self-conscious whenever you have to remove your socks and shoes. You might feel your mobility become compromised, and even taking short walks can become a painful ordeal. And all the worries about devastating long-term effects come rushing back into your mind. But it doesn't have to be that way, because today you can get our 2 and 3 month packages at an incredibly steep discount. Both of these discounted packages come with free shipping, which often runs up to $15, so you won't spend a dime to get your delivery. But that's not all. No matter which bundle you choose today, you'll also get 2 toenail boosting bonuses worth $74.96. Absolutely free. Toenail boosting bonus number 1, Fresh for Life, a $24.98 value. Inside you'll discover Dr. Sam's most important daily tips to avoid nail decay, with this comprehensive guide that reveals invaluable insights into the prevention of toenail decay, bypassing common misconceptions along the way. Plus, the 10 things you should do every day to maintain toenail health, the 5 daily habits that actually make nail decay worse, answers to the most frequently asked questions, and much, much more. The next bonus, From the Inside Out, nourishing your toenails with foods that boost vitality and fight decay, a $24.98 value. This free report will reveal 21 foods that actively help you fight nail decay. How to incorporate these powerful ingredients into your diet. 30 full recipes using the ingredients proven to help boost your health, with step-by-step instructions anyone can follow. All that and so much more. I can't wait for you to read it. Look, we want to make sure you're completely satisfied and get the results you are hoping for. So even though the 3-bottle bundle will give you the biggest discounts and yield the strongest results, no matter which bundle you select, we'll also give you the 2 bonus reports absolutely free, which should go to show how confident I am that you'll love what Nails Clean Pro has in store for you. Now, one thing I've noticed recently is that more and more people choose to invest in a 3-month package. From a value standpoint, it's obvious why. The 3-month package saves them a total of $580.81 off the regular price, and 2 free bonuses worth $74.96, plus free shipping, which often runs up to $15. But what about the deeper reasoning? When asked, most folks tell me they choose to invest in the 3-month supply because they want the long-term peace of mind Nails Clean Pro gives. Others tell me they know a few friends, relatives, or loved ones who could also use Nails Clean Pro, or that they've been struggling with unsightly, embarrassing nail decay for some time, are worried how much damage there is, and want to give Nails Clean Pro the time it needs for the repairs. Whatever the reason, it's clear that with such high demand and a limited supplies available, the 3-month package is the smart and safe choice for you today, especially since I can't guarantee this offer will still be available if you leave this page and come back later. You don't need to worry, you might not use it all fast enough. Our special bottling process keeps the ingredients in Nails Clean Pro as fresh and as potent as the minute they left the lab for at least 2 years. So don't hesitate to stock up today for maximum savings. Also, please know that you won't find this deal anywhere else. We do not sell at this price on Amazon or any other website. The only place you can enjoy the maximum savings on Nails Clean Pro is right here on this page, and the page will only be up for as long as we have remaining stock. If you're skeptical, we totally understand. Most folks have been told there's no way to keep their feet safe from damage, discoloration, and cracking skin, especially as they age. But unlike our competitors, I am so confident that Nails Clean Pro works that I'm going to give you our ironclad 60-day money-back guarantee. That's right, you have 60 days to experience for yourself the difference Nails Clean Pro can make. And if you're not completely satisfied for any reason whatsoever, we will promptly issue a full, hassle-free refund, no questions asked. All you need to do is get in touch with our friendly customer support staff within 180 days of your purchase. The contact information is right on the bottle. This means you have 2 months to decide if Nails Clean Pro is for you or not. In other words, you can stock up on our best value 3-bottle bundle twice, and still have time to see if it lives up to the world-class standards we've set for it. And remember, your order today is a simple, one-time payment with no subscriptions or hidden charges. Just scroll down and choose the best value 3-month package, or that package that's right for you. Once you click on your chosen package, you'll be taken to an encrypted secure checkout page. Just fill in your payment details using a credit or debit card. After that, we'll quickly send you your order in a discreet package for maximum privacy. Again, Nails Clean Pro is in extremely high demand, and each new batch sells out quickly. It can take us anywhere from 3 to 9 months to produce a new batch because we're only willing to use the purest ingredients. Because only the purest ingredients are potent enough to work the way the scientific research suggests. But sourcing enough of these ingredients to meet the high demand is a constant battle. On top of that, we have a third-party lab test each batch of Nails Clean Pro for quality and purity. That way, you can be sure you're not taking in any fillers or harmful bacteria that may be present in other products. Finally, every batch is bottled in a GMP-certified facility right here in the good old USA with our special bottling process that keeps every single sprays fresh for at least 2 years. All that extra effort to ensure you get the highest quality product takes time and involves a lot of people. Add that to the rising demand and the distribution challenges that everything going on in the world right now creates, it's fair to say that Nails Clean Pro is likely to run out of stock soon, if it hasn't already. That's why if it's still available, and you decide not to try it today, I can't promise it will be available later. Think about it. As you're watching this video, men and women across the country are enjoying the peace of mind for the future that only Nails Clean Pro can give them. They've seen for themselves the true power the 6 nutrients of refuge hold, and have learned how to restore the health of their toes at the cellular level. They're shedding their shoes and socks without an ounce of self-consciousness because they know their feet look great. So it's no wonder they keep asking us for more bottles for them and their loved ones. That's why, if Nails Clean Pro is still available, I urge you not to wait. Remember, when you order Nails Clean Pro, you have a full 60 days to try it and decide if it's for you. So when you choose the 3-month package below, all you're really doing is saying, maybe, if it's not for you, you can return it for a full refund, no questions asked. You can even keep both of the bonuses as our way of saying, thank you for giving us a fair shot. But if, or rather, when you experience the night and day difference to your feet that only Nails Clean Pro can make, then so long as you select the 3-month package, you'll have enough to last until we can get another batch. Remember, Nails Clean Pro has to do everything we say it will. If it doesn't, then we insist you send back the bottles, even if they're all empty, for a prompt and friendly refund. Dr. Sam told me about that fateful day when he turned to that page of the Bible, of all pages in the good book, and it opened to John 13:4, and the washing of the feet. Now, neither Dr. Sam or I would ever call this solution a miracle or heaven sent. Yet we both believe in him and that he's at work in our lives. And Nails Clean Pro is something that we've put months and months of research and development into, so that we could deliver a natural, safe, effective way for you to finally eliminate the brittle, chipped, and discolored toenails. Purge your feet of that disgusting decay that lingers where topical treatments cannot reach. And hit the reset button on your feet, so that they are once again youthful, attractive, and able to boost your confidence. Dr. Sam and I want to offer you our sincerest thanks for watching this presentation. And we want to congratulate you for taking what we believe is a gigantic step towards protecting your feet, your mobility, and your overall health. And if you're still thinking about it, I just want to ask you to take a second and imagine what awaits you if you don't choose Nails Clean Pro today. You might decide to spend more time and money looking for other solutions. This might take weeks or even months. In the meantime, your feet will get worse and worse. As decay continues to spread and embed itself in your system, your nails will continue to become discolored, weak, and misshapen. Eventually, they will break off, partially or completely, as you continue to find excuses for keeping your shoes on, while you secretly wish you weren't humiliated by your unsightly feet. And as time goes on, the issues only get more and more serious. You may soon find that it hurts to walk around with shoes on, or at all. And suddenly you've lost your mobility and independence. Not to mention, nail decay compromises your immune system and can lead to those serious health issues we talked about. All because you decided that it was too much hassle to apply 2 small sprays, which would have finally freed you from this embarrassing and harmful condition. Or maybe you believe the problem is normal for someone your age, or that your symptoms aren't that serious. This is what Dr. Sam refers to as the head in the sand solution. Because the truth is, the longer you try to ignore these issues, the harder they become to repair. But it doesn't have to be that way. Select the 3-month package below right now. Risk absolutely nothing thanks to our ironclad 180-day guarantee and get the peace of mind you deserve. After you click the button, you'll be taken to our encrypted and secure order form where you can place your order using a credit or debit card. We'll then immediately ship your bottles directly to your home. And no matter where you live, your order comes with free shipping. Plus, you also get the 2 free toenail boosting bonuses we went through earlier, which you'll be able to access immediately. That's it from us. Thank you for watching and God bless.